Google the question or Google the search query and look at the top 5 results. What pages are they? Welcome to Surge. This week we're going to be talking about e-commerce content marketing. Today we have Jen with us. She is our senior copywriter here at Optimum 7. And Jen, whenever we talk about e-commerce copywriting and content marketing in general, we really focus on 3 core areas. And it's pretty much broken down by the sales funnel, right? We have top of the funnel, we have middle of the funnel, and we have bottom of the funnel. So give me an example of top of the funnel content.
Well, keeping this in mind is really important when writing the content because you want to know what the user's intent, their search intent is. So it's pretty easy when you're putting the keyword research and you can see what's popping up, where this lands in that funnel. In the top of the funnel, you have people who are still researching. They're becoming familiar with your product. They are seeing what's out there, learning themselves, basically. When you're in the middle of the funnel, you have people who are starting to compare. You know, they themselves feel a little bit more confident and they're trying to see what works for them. This category, you'll get product pages and brand specifications. When you're at the bottom of the funnel, you'll have people who very specifically search keywords and terms like the color or the make or the model. And then you want to provide even more specifics, maybe customer reviews, more of those product specifications, not just in general about the category.
Yeah.
So when writing content, top, middle, bottom, you want to either be informational or give categories or give product.
Yeah. So what I need to write for is the intent of the searcher. If it is, again, an informative piece that's most likely going to live on my blog, that is meant to bring in top funnel traffic. Like you said, that person's not ready to make a purchase decision. They might not have any clue as to what they need or what they're looking for. That's why they're typing in that really broad search query. Then you have the middle of the funnel, which that content's more likely going to live on a category page. So if you sell, sectional sofas, this is going to be a category page all about sectional sofas. So I might not know that I want a L-shaped navy blue leather sectional, right? But I know that I want a sectional sofa. So that's the content that I'm going to provide there, which is that middle of the funnel. And then on the product page, that's what's going to have that really specific product description, product specifications, maybe even a product video. So that's really what it comes down to, is breaking it down into those 3 steps based on the search intent. And one of the easiest ways to identify what is the search intent and what page should this content live on is simply Google, right? Google the question or Google the search query and look at the top 5 results. What pages are they? Are they blog articles? Are they category pages? Or are they product pages? That is going to let you know what page on your site that content needs to live on. Because if I am now writing a blog styled piece of content and placing it on a category page that's displaying, 36 different products and has the pagination at the bottom, that's most likely not going to rank because Google has already identified that is not the search intent. People are not ready to see products at this time. They're looking for written information. They're looking for lists, top 10s, how-tos, things like that. So that's when it becomes really important to focus on the search intent when deciding, okay, what content do I need to create and where does this content need to live? So now I've created all this content. I have my top funnel content. I have my middle of the funnel content. I'm just going to say mid funnel content because if I try to say middle of the funnel content, I always seem to stutter. I have my top, mid, and bottom funnel content now, right? I could just sit back and relax. Right? I should be on page 1. I did everything that I was supposed to do. Is that how it works?
No, never. With content marketing, your strategy should always be, how am I going to stay on the first page of Google? Because you have hundreds of other companies just like you who want to be there and they're invisible, but they're there and they will knock you off if you're not constantly updating your content to match the search queries because search queries change because people become more informed or just whatever the case may be. Trends change. You have to be just as informed as your consumers to know what it is they want. And if you're not going to do it, other companies will, and they'll knock you off of the first page of Google and then it's bye-bye.
Yeah, absolutely. So don't just think because you created content that's good enough to get you on page one, that it's good enough to help you stay on page one. Like Jen said, there are hundreds of other companies out there going after you. They're trying to outperform you in every single way. If you don't have product videos, if you don't have rich snippets, if you don't have customer reviews, that's what they're going to do to try to outperform you. They're going to try to have their content be at least 10 times better than yours. So if you want to stay there, you need to make sure that you are being proactive rather than reactive. What that means is continue to do keyword research for that page. See if the trends have changed. Again, search intent can change based on the trends that Google's seeing. So if Google starts to see that where bottom of the funnel traffic would typically go to a product page, now Google's starting to rank category pages a little bit higher for those search queries. Now you know that category page needs to include those search queries because that is the type of content and page Google is starting to rank. Again, Google gets all of this information based off of the user data, right? So if a user goes to your site based on a search query and sticks around and scrolls through and they go to multiple pages and they're on your site for a decent amount of time, Google's going to say, well, this is the type of content that people are looking for. And if that's on a category page, well, it's going to be a category page because people want to see multiple products on one page. Opposed to, okay, well, people want to see one product and one product only. So that's always going to change. So it's really important that you look at what is happening and trying to be ahead of the game rather than all of a sudden getting knocked off page one and trying to claw your way back to the top. We also know that content freshness, right? So we always want to make sure that your content is fresh and relevant in order to stay number one. Again, Google will see the last time that you updated your content. If it hasn't been updated in years, Google's going to assume that is outdated content. Again, we spoke about the 3 types of content that you should be producing, that top, middle, and bottom of the funnel traffic, where that content should live, and how to maintain that content. And that maintenance is really done on a weekly basis, weekly and monthly basis, and it's ongoing. It never stops. All right, so that's about it for today. If you have any questions, please let us know, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
See ya.